I stand here today in fierce opposition to this proposal because I am a product of what a strong union wage does for working families in Michigan. My father is a proud UAW Ford machinist, and my grandfather retired as a union-skilled tradesman. I have family members who are in the trades as a carpenter apprentice and union members as teachers. And I represent one of the highest concentrations of union membership in any district across the state of Michigan. Families like mine and the ones that I represent have built their American dream because of organized labor and the wages and benefits they provide. For the sheet metal worker in Gibraltar, union wages have meant being able to provide a home and put food on the table for a family of 4. For the retired construction worker in Trenton, union wages have meant a secure retirement and being able to pay for nursing home care. For the electrician in Brownstown, union wages have meant sending 2 kids to college so that they too can find a good job one day. When we talk about prevailing wage, we're not talking about making people millionaires. We're talking about hardworking families that are looking for economic security and the freedom to build a better life for their own families. And knowing how important good wages were to my family, I cannot stand here to support a measure that would take away the opportunity from somebody else. Throughout our history, Michigan has been known for creating the middle class through hard work and organized labor. We were the state that championed workers' rights against greedy corporations with unsafe workplaces. We were the home of the $5 day, strong pensions, and the best health care. We were the place where workers knew you would have security if you got a good-paying job in the trades. Our state was the best in the nation for working people. Our state was the best. And yet, despite knowing that it was union wages and hardworking men and women who put Michigan on the map, we've seen a constant string of attacks on workers and wages in recent years. Repealing our state's prevailing wage today would be yet another step back for Michigan's working families. And it will have other consequences that we cannot afford to face. Our infrastructure, which is already in extremely poor condition, will go from crumbling to downright collapsing as we see skilled workers flee our state for better paying jobs elsewhere. We know this because other states, like Wisconsin and Indiana, that have repealed their prevailing wage laws, have seen their quality of infrastructure suffer. Not only that, but it didn't save taxpayers a penny, not a single penny. Instead, it costs them more because they have to keep repairing their poorly built infrastructure constructed by unskilled labor. And the working families in those states fared even worse. Their wages were cut while contractors pocketed increased profits. A vote to repeal prevailing wage will only make it harder to explain to our neighbors back home why they are no longer being paid a decent wage for their work, why they no longer can provide for their families like they could before, why their wages are being cut while the wealthiest 1% is once again cashing in, and why they do not see any of the savings that were promised by this repeal. Repealing the prevailing wage law will be devastating for Michigan. A vote for this repeal is a vote to condemn the economic futures of workers across this state. You are telling workers across Michigan that they are not worth the cost of quality work. You are forcing workers to tell their children that life is going to get harder, that they are going to have to get by with less. This is not who we are. In Michigan, we respect our workers. I hope you will join me in voting against this misguided proposal, voting against this attack on workers' paychecks, their dignity, and our families. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative.